he's not in the best lane matchup for himself, and I'm saying that even before seeing the potential support pick for Origin. But if they do lock in the likes of a Fizz, they can also decide to swap against the Hecarim if there's no smite from jwaow, and simply try and dodge around that one. And Annie is, of course, fantastic at roaming early on as well. So there's multiple options in how Origin wants to play this early game.
Yeah, we have seen that will, of course, be soaz as Fizz up in the top lane. So we know their team composition has now been rounded out. Nunu's not necessarily going to have the greatest of targets to blood boil, but both Fizz and Sivir will be greatly appreciative of the movement speed and attack speed. What does froggen pick into this very, very frustrating set of targets? Vlad and Fizz going to duck and dive, and Sivir's going to run around in circles.
So you have Corki AD carry that can open up potentially for Jace, and you have an absolutely fantastic mid-game spike. Sadly, then you have the Hecarim top lane, so you will be stacking a lot of physical damage. That's going to be a problem later on in the game. We know soaz is going to stack armor. We know Amazing is going to do the same. But that would give Elements a chance to try and battle Origin early in the game and not have to wait for late game. Because at the moment, I mean, the Corki, of course, isn't scaling that well to the late game. Nunu as well, fairly good in the late game himself in terms of buffing up other people. So... oh, well, I mean, it's hard to call Nunu good in the late game, but like he's blood boil. He gets
really
pretty good.
You don't like Nunu.
I
to use it just yet. We'll start messing around with the Bramble back. 400 HP and jwaow should be able to secure this one. Auto attack, because he steals it!
No way.
Look at Origin. They were smiling and giggling.
20 seconds
Soaz is going to die.
20 seconds before to catch that big wave, but let's see if they get him.
Oh, not yet! Ignite! He's down. Let's be honest though, that proactive Dark Binding, is this going to connect? Mithy's in trouble. Been exhausted for the slow. It's going to wear off. Oh, the Dark Binding misses, but Dexter's there to save the day. And froggen grabbed himself a kill.
promisq was trying to land that binding, so if mithy just flashed straight ahead, it would connect onto him, but mithy just keeps walking. Doesn't flash. Didn't even use it after once he knew he was dead. But this opens up the mid lane for Origin. Niels is in here as well.
So they're going to lose Mithy, but they should gain this tower. Dropping very, very low, and no one from...
Big wave that can slowly push down towards Origin. They're already at the tower. Mithy's going in though.
Flash tabzz is going to hold froggen in place. Emperor's Divide has not been used for the time being. It does, but froggen is down. He has to fly the coop and return to base. promisq gets sucked dry as xpeke's Vladimir gets another kill. 2 kills to Origin.
I really wish we could have waited just like 20 seconds, because Elements needed that wave in the bot lane to be closer to the Origin tower, so someone had to go down and defend and clear that wave. Dexter getting stunned up should be able to tongue away, but because this wave is slowly building up and Elements already went aggressive in the mid lane, it allowed Origin to have all 5 members there and just instantly engage onto them, win the fight, push it back out. Suddenly the window is closing for Elements. They missed a chance here because they went too early suddenly. Almost feels weird to say. We just talk about what they should do. Didn't wait for that wave. 5 vs 5 in the mid lane with an Annie.
We have Corki and Azir to try get those turrets down. It's going to be in range, but this is going to be the fight. There was a tabzz that come down. I don't think that connected to anybody. Dexter has been attached to Chum the Waters, and he's flashed into safety. Hemoplague is going to split up Elements as promisq will get taken out. We do see the pop from the Hemoplague, the Ice Blast from Amazing. Absolute zero to secure the kill, and 2 more members of Elements are down to the Origin team fights.
Same again here for Origin. They managed to get 5 players together. tabzz onto froggen, forced his barrier, and then he dashed away from that one. But as long as Origin can just pop that Sivir ulti and fight out in the open, it's working really well for them. Let's see what happens near the Baron here. Taps and jwaow going in.
That's a lot of damage from jwaow. He may get Niels. Niels is forced to flash to safety. He comes back in with the cheeky auto attack for the kill. Emperor's Divide will split the team fight, but froggen will only get 1 before being taken down himself. Elements cruised Elements' hand. And jwaow's now joined. Is it going down?
It's open now. Elements, good job here spotting Dexter. He doesn't even want the minions. He's just going to take down that tower. There we go. 28 minutes in, and now we can get baited by the tier 2 tower.
Let's see. With their outer turret down, Elements may decide to play around the jungle before they can. They have to deal with, again, the threat of Baron. It's not the fastest Baron team from Origin, though.
Origin just wants a chance to pop that ulti from niels and then a flash tippers from mithy. Out in the open here, we keep talking about it, but Elements are staying so far back and just poking them really, really well. So they punish Origin for it and they get better position around the mid lane to push down for another tower. Origin going back to Baron instead. Elements probably going to go back to stop them after they take down this tower.
You read the situation incorrectly. The bait was Baron, not the tower. This time around, it's down to 2,500 Elements. Maybe too late to this one. Origin secure it. They do pop on the hunt. Mithy's looking for the stun. He finds it onto promisq before the black shield can come out. Let's see if it had been used already, and it's soaz that picks up the kill credit. But look at the base! Super minions will be pouring through soon. It looks like Elements are going to trade a Baron for an inhibitor. Let's flash over there. It looks like xpeke has thrown down the Hemoplague as niels and Amazing are coming up from behind. Hemoplague pops, and froggen gets popped in reply. Elements lose 3 in Baron, but gain supers in middle.
But look at the top lane here. They're going to lose even more. Mithy's going to get a kill as well.
He finds one onto tabzz. This is devastating for Elements. This jwaow throws down the onslaught of shadows. He's got a bramble back and a yeti on his back. Amazing is trying to be a nuisance and prevent jwaow getting into the base. soaz has killed an inhibitor turret. Amazing smites for the heal, and he's still keeping jwaow busy. Yeti's greater than horses, or so we're learning. Consume again for the HP. jwaow finally wins the trade, but at what cost? soaz is now trying to get the inhibitor. He should be able to secure it. Going to urchin strike. Is going to spot them out with that scrying lens, scrying orb. Home guard, teleports, jwaow. Where can he go? He's channeling it. He's coming in from the Wraith camp. That's what Dexter was doing. Onslaught of Shadows is still on hold. jwaow isn't needed. They've lost promisq, but niels is down. Froggen's got himself a kill as well. 2 members of Origin are down and they're on the retreat. xpeke trying to transfuse himself away. Still holding on to a sizable gold. It's obviously becoming slightly less effective the longer this game goes. More frequent Elements can finally engage. jwaow has been caught out. mithy puts down the stun. froggen is trying to wave clear. Take a look at the bottom. soaz is pushing out that bottom lane. He's onto the inhibitor. There's the Shurima shuffle, and they've caught xpeke. He sanguine pulls underneath Elements, but the onslaught of shadows from jwaow jumps into the back line. Elements are deciding they don't want this fight. soaz has got himself a tower, and Elements going to back out. Nobody goes down in the fight, but that was close. Here's soaz, teleported to mid lane. He's found tabzz. Chum the Waters connects. Dexter's going to at least knock him up. tabzz is trying to lifesteal, and he should be able to survive for the moment. Is going to get taken out. Challenging smite was enough. The hop and the skip from soaz lands on Dexter's head, and he's forced to retreat. Dexter will be going down. Origin get themselves another tower and 2 more kills on the retreat from Elements.
Yeah, soaz split pushing there. Only 4 members from Origin, and still they managed to get such a good team fight. froggen, he pushed back xpeke, who just instantly pulled, stayed alive. There's no damage really.
They're trying to zone. jwaow again teleporting in from behind. On the hunt has come out. Can Elements find the target? niels, he's got caught out. He's down. Elements have got the main damage dealer, and they're focusing on xpeke, but the retreating Origin will stay alive. If memory serves, nobody's been able to get aspect of the dragon in summer so far. I'm sure somebody from Stats will help confirm or deny that for me. But we do see this inhibitor will be falling down. Elements deciding not to engage. soaz takes a little bit of poke, but now there's super minions in the top lane to deal with as well. Elements playing it safe. xpeke is going to get caught out. Emperor's Divide will get dodged away by that sanguine pool. A little bit of awkwardness across the board as Elements trying to hold on. jwaow is getting chunked as niels is shredding his HP. Does not get one more magical critical hit.
Mid tower as well now.
Will secure the tower and potentially the 3rd inhibitor. League of Legends by the numbers. Origin getting all the objectives.
Way though from the rest of Origin, but it might be the one he's in for. Or just comes straight from the base. Time to dive in.
Inhibitor, one more love tap is all that it will take. xpeke's on the front line. Look at the hit onto jwaow. niels with that Bloodthirster shield, still able to chunk down. froggen going to be using that passive, but
first tower.
He calls up a tower as Elements lose a tower. Origin continue the siege. Look at the minions, they're pouring through top. Inhibitor is going to drop. Feels like just a matter of time now. ORIGEN should be able to just throw down on the hunt to try focus the tower. soaz eats a dark finding. There's on the hunt and the tabzz. xpeke comes in. That's jwaow going on the onslaught of shadows. tabzz is deleted as mithy gives his life for ORIGEN to set their sights on the Nexus. ORIGEN will be losing 3 members as xpeke and froggen trading on the fountain. Froggen gets himself a triple kill, but look at all the super minions. Amazing's going to try to defend this. Can he kill it? There should be enough. Froggen goes in for the quadra kill.
Ah, the Nunu.
And
wow.
ORIGEN.
Super minion.
Look at that face palm from Amazing. Froggen's got a fair amount of AoE, but it may not be enough. He's trying to defend. This is PvE, League of Legends. Bird is the word.
He needs the minions to respawn.
He's looking for minions, but it's going to stay alive a few seconds longer. This next
is what Froggen does best, by the way.
I have never shellcasted a player versus Winions. And the Winions are not with ORIGEN yet.
Wait and see, more super minions are coming though, but Froggen got his own minion spawn just to buy some more time.
I have no experience shellcasting, farming. This is, I agree with picture and picture.
Dexter's alive.
Elements live to fight one more day.
For Elements, but then a Baron buff, 5 Dragon, and ORIGEN comes in and doesn't really count for too much.
There are so many particles. Oh,
wow.
So many particles and niels. 1 boomerang blade, chunked down Froggen there. No armor to speak of outside of that hourglass. He's sticking around though. He's going in for the Shurima shuffle. He's split ORIGEN up, but Froggen's going to be low. jwaow's coming, but the fight may already be over. He's jumped onto niels. He's dashed back out of the fight. promisq, tabzz, dexter, Froggen, they are all down. ORIGEN are looking to win themselves another game with the first aspect of the dragon with 3 barons. And with every single tower down, ORIGEN close out the game. I'm almost as relieved as they are.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different, so many things to talk about in this game here. Like, from the start of ORIGEN, punishing Elements for missing just a few key things every time they were trying to set up a play. It's very clear on the map what their mistakes were and what happened. And then here in the end, we need 5 Dragons, Barons, 3 inhibitors down before the fight even ends. And even the last team fight, they've been so good with the jwaow TPs in for the flank. Then the last one, it came in late. Elements lost the fight. I mean, let's be fair, they probably lost the fight anyway, how buffed up ORIGEN was, but fun ending. I mean, it's cool to see Froggen defend the next.
It was a fun game to watch, that is for sure. And I think for Elements, it was a little bit of progression. It was good to see him being a little bit more proactive. They were trying, however, all of the other things were lacking. The side lanes, the timing.
This is one of the games, though, where you go back and you rewatch it, and you instantly realize, oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. We need to fix these 2 parts. And then our overall game plan was there. It was okay. But we were just lacking this and this. And it's very clear when they rewatch the game, like, oh, we didn't have the side wave pushing, or it wasn't pushed down far enough, and we didn't have wards on the flank. So we allowed ORIGEN to get that engaged. So I feel like that's a thing for Elements here. But really never got to use that strong mid game. We saw how strong jwaow could be in these fights. The Baron one where he jumps in 1 versus 4 or something and almost gets a kill on niels. Never really got to use it once it was almost too late, and they were just trying to, you know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm joined here by xpeke and niels after that victory. And I just want to enjoy the moment for a second, Peke and Cyanide.
Is this the point where we kiss?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the game before anything crazy happens. People are going to hate me for this one. I think you're stuck, actually. You can't go any closer.
I actually can't.
It's a safety net.
No.
Oh, okay.
You're breaking it.
Perfectly. Anyway, guys, on a serious note, though. Elements versus ORIGEN. When we talked in the pregame, we thought if you guys get ahead early, it could be potentially a pretty quick game for you guys, but it turned out to be quite a match and not so fast as we expected. Niels, why do you think that is?
I mean, honestly, they are playing like Asir, Gorky, good wave clear jump, but we also didn't
play that good. We had good dives, we had good engage, but once Azir picked up QSS, it was hard to like flash stun him and one-shot him, you know, before the wall was out and clear every wave. But we did not play that good, like objectives, rotations, this kind of stuff. So,
how hard did soaz tilt after getting dived at top lane?
he was like,
No, he didn't tilt actually. He was just like, the usual stuff. Never mind. Good game for me again.
I'm that guys.
Pick the Vladimir pick. Of course, you've played it a couple of times, but we saw froggen doing really well with it yesterday. Was it a counter pick or was it a comp pick?
Well, it's really good in the comp. Like, these dive comps is always good to have Vladimir when you have Sieber, when you have Annie. You can always go in and every time you have Flash Ghost, you one-shot whoever you want to one-shot. And at the same time, froggen plays a lot of Vladimir. And I think most of the champions he plays, Vladimir is fine against. Some of them are harder. Like Azir is not an easy matchup, but you go equal. So I felt like it was the best blind pick to do because it's really hard when you are blue side to decide which blind pick is the best that fit the team comp and doesn't have a really awful lane.
Did it like surprise you a lot that Elements was actually playing pretty good at the start? Like they were roaming around. Of course, you always got something from it, but like we've been talking a lot about like them being really passive in the early game, but this game they were actually like going as a unit.
You want to go or?
You can go if you know.
You don't know or?
No, well, I don't remember there.
It's like,
then we lose there?
So they had like Morel death cap on Azir, and Corki had level 11 with Sorcerer's Boost, Triforce, and Azir had a pot, you know, Elixir. So they have so much power spike right here, but Corki late game is not so good. So we wanted to not fight, you know, not fight Drake, not give up mid tower if possible. So we just like AFK'd for a bit and wait for the mid lane and just wait for late game.
Yeah, also the flashes. We didn't want to fight when Annie and I didn't have flash ghost or something because it's impossible to reach Corki and Azir. If Annie cannot flash and I cannot follow up, it's impossible to win a fight. So we always were avoiding fights when we had no summoners. It was impossible.
Yeah, it definitely seemed that you guys were just more careful overall. Of course, I want to touch on the 2 losses that you guys had. Of course, getting smashed by Roccat last week, which wasn't pretty to see. But then yesterday, it felt like you guys recovered pretty well in Fnatic, even though you guys played from behind. Do you feel there is a difference in the way you approach those, deficits rather, in the early game now, for both of you?
Well, it's not like, yeah, we still played bad yesterday. We did good decisions. The difference between against Roccat, I think we were just not really having any plan, not doing anything. We're just like play early game. We lost early and we still play like if we were ahead or something, trying to make some fights without thinking, just like, okay, we're ahead, let's use everything and try to fight. And it didn't work out at all. It was really bad. And yesterday, we had as well a few fights that we shouldn't have taken, but when it came to decisions, we did really good decisions all the time. It was just that we felt maybe after, what to do after, or how to do it to get to the point that we want to get a Drake or we want to get something, because we managed to get a Drake really easily. We managed to stay in the game even when we were behind, but it was, I don't know, they play a lot better and we still did a lot of mistakes.
So, Niels, there is this rising star, AD carry in Diamond 3 called the Valerian. That's my Smurf. Like, how pressure do you feel about me like coming in and taking your spot?
That's not too good. I have to watch out for my job here. I've seen your stream. Yeah. Nice X and water.
Be careful, man. Coming.
Yeah, Cyanide is coming for you guys, but you guys recovered really well. What's up with the necklaces, by the way? I just spotted it.
So yesterday when I went talk to my brother, he's here. Some fan came to me and gave us like these necklaces with our names and origin on. You can't see it, but
yeah, I catch the drift.
So well, we were wearing them today for
good luck.
Honor that.
Yeah, good luck. It seems like it's been working now. I don't want to keep what's wanted to happen. I'm gonna attach this, and then if you want to go and hug, it'll be off.
Wait, let me move. Go, Niels. Give him a hug.
What?
You don't want a hug from Niels?
Oh.
Wait, I cannot give you a hug. You sit on my lap. That's what I already wanted to see. Come here. Just come here.
This is so cringe.
This is so awkward, actually. What?
You know, whatever.
This is too much.
You know what? It's only as awkward as you want it to be. That was beautiful.
Give me a normal hug.
That was
good old times. Good time to see.
Oh, it's so beautiful. But, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Congratulations on the victory today.
I feel set up.
You feel set up. Well, that's what happens. But now for a look at the week overall, let's check in with Quick.